everybody, it's Home Sweet Apartment, and today I'm coming at you with a little bit of advice about how to get enough sleep. Okay, so there are a lot of sleep products on the market right now. How do you know which one to use and which one's most effective for you? Well, unfortunately, every bit of advice I can give you doesn't really help as much as it should with you guys actually trying it yourselves. Because in my experience, sometimes what works best for me doesn't always work best for a family member or a friend or whatever. So here's a little bit of nursey advice for you, now that I'm officially a nurse and it's legal for me to give you a little bit of advice. So anyways, the first product I'd like to talk about is melatonin. Now this is a really common sleep aid, and what it does is it triggers your brain, when you take it, it triggers your brain into thinking that it's nighttime, even if it's not. So it's great for traveling and things like that, resetting your sleep schedule. So melatonin's really good if you need to reset your time clock. Like if you've been studying for finals a lot or something and had a really weird sleep schedule for it, and now you need to get back into a regular rhythm. That's what's really great with melatonin. The other thing you should know about melatonin is it reacts really differently to light. It's like it turns on your light sensor of your brain, essentially. I know, it's very technical, but anyways. So what that means is that if you're around a lot of light, it's not going to work. In fact, it's been shown that if people take melatonin during the day, it actually can cause depression because your brain gets mixed up and thinks that it's time to go to bed. But the light sensor in your eye is like, wait a minute, it's still light outside. I.e., it's really good if you take melatonin right before you go to bed because it kicks in really quickly, and that it's completely dark in your room, or a little bit of light. Like I'm talking like, you know, we use Christmas lights, which I know is so like stereotypical college, but it's what we had and it works, and they're really, really dimly lit, so that kind of helps to keep the light levels down. Now the next thing I wanted to talk about too is taking allergy medicine before bed. Now a lot of people practice this. They take Benadryl, or they take the generic equivalent, which I won't bore you with because it's a really long name. I'll probably butcher the name. But, or they take like Zyrtec or something like that makes them a little bit drowsy, and they have to take it anyway for allergies. I guess that kind of works. The only problem with that is if you don't have that medicine with you, or, you know, it might be harder to fall asleep if you're not used to that, like, not having that drowsy level all the time. So, and I wouldn't recommend taking allergy medicine unless you actually have allergies that you need to kick. So that's my piece of advice for taking allergy medicine before bed. Now the other thing a lot of people do, which scares me a little as a nurse, is they take cold medicine to fall asleep. Don't ever do that. First of all, cold medicine is loaded with stuff like painkillers and fever reducers and antihistamines and things like that can be good if you're fighting a really bad cold, but they're also loaded with stuff that you don't necessarily need. So yeah, cold medicines, not the greatest idea. I wouldn't recommend them. Besides, some studies have shown that they could potentially even be habit-forming. Who wants to not be able to get to bed at night just because they're taking their NyQuil or not? I'm not so sure about that. Anyways, those are the three that are most popular. There's other tips and tricks too, like exercising during the day, not at night. And that way you'll keep your adrenaline and all that stuff that you get from exercising towards the beginning of the day, and that helps you wake up. But it also creates a lot of muscle fatigue and things like that sound bad but are really good for your body, and it'll make you sleep better at night. There's other things too, like different sleeping arrangements. For example, having it cooler in your room will help you to sleep a little bit better, which I know can be tough because it is the summer right now. But there's all kinds of different ideas out there. I can even post some underneath of this video. But I wanted to talk mostly about the drug side of things. Now, of course, there's also prescription sleep medicines. Now, if your doctor prescribes you prescription sleep medicines, then I would go with what the instructions on the bottle or the bag or your doctor says, because that was made for you specifically, and you've talked to your doctor about your sleep troubles. But if you're an average person that's just having some trouble getting to sleep at night, I think my highest recommendation is the lowest dose of melatonin you can get, and that is 3 milligrams. Some of them are 10 milligrams and even higher than that. You don't want to do that to yourself. You just need a little bit, and it'll start a cascade in your brain of, oh, I need to go to sleep now. And in my experience, it works really quickly. I'd even recommend the kind that melt in your mouth because I feel like those kick in a little faster too. They also make gummy forms if you have like a child or a teenager. Again, talk to your doctor before giving your child something, but these are all great ideas to help you sleep a little bit better. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm Home Sweet Apartment, Ariel talking here, and if you like, subscribe. Bye!